Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another very important theoretical points related to form group. Prior to this session, we talked about what is form group, why do we need it, how we can utilize it, and the benefits, right? So this session is in the continuation of the same, where we will be mainly focusing on the validation part. Okay, so we will try to understand the validation behavior. We will try to understand the form group states, like what all states are there, right? Also, we will discuss the user interaction tracking and parent-child relationship, and also the abstract relation with the abstract control. So these are the all things that we will be discussing in this particular session. But before we proceed further with this session, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released sessions first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on how to use Angular validation part, or how to understand that, right? Because this is just a theoretical thing, but prior to that you should know about the basic stuff, like the form group, what is form group, why do we need it, and these all things we have already covered, right? So what you can do, like for the detailed content, you can refer the Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3000 plus free resources, which is available in Hindi and English language. So as per your convenience, you can go through it. Okay. Now here you can see we are in app.component.html file, where we have main primary heading that shows Angular course by Sharmit. Second heading is reactive form in Angular form group introduction. Okay. Now here you can see we have validation behavior. So first very important topic is validation behavior. So if someone asks you about the validation behavior of form group, so you can simply state these three statements. The first one is form group becomes invalid if any of the child control is invalid. Okay, so let's say we have a form group where we have multiple child controls. So if any of the child control failed, in that case entire form group become invalid. Okay, because it supports the group level validation. So form group supports the group level validation, and it is used for validations involving multiple fields. So wherever we have multiple field and we want to do the validation, then in that case we will use the form group there. Okay, form group with form control. So don't get confused. We are not completely leaving the form control. We are still utilizing it, but inside the form group, because now we want to handle it for the multiple fields. Okay, so let's take a very simple example for that. You can see here we have a password and a confirm password must match. Okay, so we have two fields, password and confirm password, and there we want to make sure that both fields are completely matched. So you can see validation applied at form group level, so that we can handle and check these two conditions. Okay, then we have next term, that is form group status states. Form group status states can form group can have the following states. First is valid, invalid, pending, disabled. Okay, so first one is valid. In case of valid, you will find that all fields are completely correct. Okay, so suppose we have multiple field and we are sure that all fields we know that all the input fields are completely correct. So in that case it will become true and you will get the state as valid. Second state is invalid. In this situation, at least one field is incorrect. Okay, so when only, let's say throughout the form you have created multiple sections, in one of the section one of the field is incorrect, so in that case it will return invalid, not only for that field but for the entire group. So very important line. Okay, because in interviews they might ask you this question, will it affect only that field or the entire form group? So it will impact entire form group. Clear? Next one is pending. In case of pending, async validation is running. Okay, so what is async validation? I'm sure like you have already covered this thing, because in one of our session we covered the async validation also. So for now I'll just quickly tell you that you can understand in a way that it is a state that like something, if any process is still processing, it is not completed, then in that case we can say the async validation is pending. Maybe for some I'll maybe tell you, like if you need that session, you can ping me in the comment section. I'll provide you this session where you will find all the information for async validation. Okay, but for now just understand that if any of the process is pending, so in that case it will consider it as a pending state. The next one is disabled, which is a very simple, that whenever the form is disabled, in that case it will become disabled. Clear? So these all pointers comes under a form group status states. Now we have the next very important thing, that is user interaction tracking. Now what is user interaction tracking? Here form group tracks user interactions such as like all the pointers like touched, untouched, because user interacted or not. So touched or untouched will tell us whether the user is interacting, not interacting with the input fields. Likewise we have dirty and pristine, where we will just figure out whether the data is changed or not. So I'm sure you have covered all these examples, because previously we covered each and everything like touched, untouched, dirty, pristine, and all other things also, right? So we are just referring those terms because we know that in form group tracks user interaction with all these things like touched, untouched for user interaction, and dirty and pristine for data change monitoring. Clear? So let's take some examples. So for form opened but not edited, then in that case we know that it is a pristine. If user types something, then it is a dirty. So these are the two relatable examples that maybe help you to recall this concept, that when user interaction is tracking, we will get the output like this. Okay, so whenever a form is just opened and no one edited anything in there, then in that case it will show user interacted or not. Okay, and in case when the form is logged in and data is changed somehow, then in that case it will return the value as dirty. Clear? In case if user types something in the input field. Next topic is parent-child relationship. So yeah, here if we build a parent-child relationship, or if we observe a parent-child relationship, then in form group it act as a parent. Okay, and form control like inside it are considered as children, because we know that in one form group there are multiple child group we will say it's a child like controls, right? We have multiple form control inside a form group, so that can be considered as a children. Okay, and here again very important line, if child errors automatically affect the parent form group. So due to any reason, if any of the child control, or you can say the form control is invalid, so it will affect the entire form and make the entire group as invalid. Clear? Same thing I mentioned here in the examples also, that if one section fails, the entire form will fail. Okay, so this line can be useful for you to recall this concept, that if one line fails, in that case entire group will be failed, because we have parent-child relationship here. Next important topic is child errors, not child errors. Next topic is relationship with abstract control. Okay, so in case of abstract control, form group extend the abstract control. It inherits the common properties like value, valid, invalid, touched, dirty. So these are the all things that comes with as a inherited properties with abstract control. Okay, and it also allows us uniform handling of all the form elements. Okay, so yeah, these are the all theoretical thing that everyone should know at least, because I know most of the developers don't like theoretical things, but these are some very important things, that's why we are covering it. But from the upcoming session maybe we will start practical. If there is any other topic, I'll discuss that. Otherwise we will move for the technical practical example. But these things you should know, especially if you are preparing for interviews of job or any examination. Okay, so that will help you. So yeah, that's all for today. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.